What up, fish people? Kenny E with Daniken Aquatics. Well, moving right along with our fish room tours. Today we are going to be doing what is called the rack room, guys. Now start us over here with this left tank. This is a 20-gallon long. And I'm sorry, guys, I tried to get this air pump behind me to be a little more quiet, but it's not been working out too well. So it's a little buzzy in here, but hopefully it doesn't irritate you too bad. So in this tank we have our population of rainbow vampire crabs, and as you can see, they're doing very well in here. There the little guys are. Danny and I have two separate colonies of these. We've got these, and then the ones upstairs. These might be it. I always get them confused. You'll have to excuse me, but we have rainbows and Halloweens. And I do believe these are the rainbow. These are going to be having a major upgrade here soon. Danny's got some shenanigans up. So they will be getting some better stuff coming down the road here. But if you haven't kept these, they're real easy to keep. They'll eat just about any kind of food that you give your fish or shrimp. They really love any of the type cichlid type pellets, or they love grapes, zucchini. I mean, just about anything they'll eat. But most times it's what they do, just chill out, hang out. Super cool fish to keep, or excuse me, crab to keep. Now in the tank beside us, this is a 20 tall. And in here I have my colony of humpback linea. Some people call them tigers, whatever. Cool little live bear. The most eyes that will just melt you. And I do have one gourami in here, as well as a couple different Pandagara. Pandagara have been acting up all morning, stirring stuff all over the tank. I don't know if they want to breed or what. And there's the gourami we have in here. But for the most part, doing quite well. Danny has tried to get me to get rid of these several times. I've sold all of the adults, and within months, here we are again, a bunch of pregnant females and more eggs and more babies. She can't get them completely gone for me. But I'm starting to come to realization there's a lot of things we want to do with the fish room, and we do have to move on from a couple of our species. But I've absolutely loved this fish. Thought they were really fun. Prolific breeders. There's a big old female right there. Absolutely love these guys. So that is that tank. And next to it, this is, I believe, a 45-gallon, but it's a strange one. It's got a ginormous stand with it, rather unique platform. And in here we have, as you can see, some male Anachroma splendens. Went away. Then we have our pair of Smoky Panoy angelfish. These ones breed all the time, but they also eat them as fast as they make them. But it's just a cool little tank. Again, this might be another one that will be a casualty after we make our moves. Most likely we'll This will most likely become one of the casualties as well. It'll either be that or one ginormous shrimp tank, which there's a very good possibility of happening. There's the little Nanochromis sticking his little face out there. Pretty little fish. It's a West African species. I have 2 females chilling up in one of our community tanks. A couple more adolescents in another tank upstairs. I will probably get a breeding them down the road again. Right now I'm just giving everybody a chance to chill, because the males are very abusive to their ladies and to other males, which there were 2 of the guys in here, and I think that they've now reduced it to 1. I think he's beat the heck out of the other. But so that's that tank. And then over here is a 55-gallon, and this houses our group of Exodons. If you guys have never kept this species, these are a really fun fish to keep. Always on the move, always active. I've got mine trained. They'll take just about any pellet. Then, of course, they are very good at getting rid of coals. They'll eat shrimp. They'll eat cow's heart. But if you go to the local waters where these found, people are more afraid of these than they are the piranhas, because these guys tend to go in much bigger schools, and they are ferocious eaters. And they have very sharp teeth on them as well. Well, yep, they enjoy a nice heavily planted. Now, one thing I will say, if you're going to keep these or want to think about getting a school of them, the other thing I always mention to folks is you want to make sure you get whatever bottom feeders you're planning on having in the tank first. They will consider them part of the arrangement, and anything you put in that tank after they're in it, they consider prey. So keep that in mind. If you are going to want to get some plecos or whatnot for the tank, be sure to get them first. As long as they're in the tank, when they get put in there, they consider it part of the tank. But anyway, guys, that is them. And then over here, I'm going to go through 12 tanks with you. This is our rack system. That's hence the name, the rack room. So we will start at our top. Well, let's start at the bottom and work our way up. This is just an extra tank that I throw some shrimp coals in, occasional guppies, or if I get a sickly fish, he'll go in here. I always keep it heavily planted, nice little, basically, extra tank. Now this tank here houses one of my, these are albino double swords. Great looking fish. Unfortunately though, they're all hanging at the other end. That's part of the disadvantage of having racks built this way. If the fish decide to be stubborn and hang out at the other side, you don't get the benefits of seeing them. But it's still fun. The next to these are some of my platinum dragons. This tank is mostly male. I will be selling a bunch of these at the next swap. It's one of the ones that will probably be discontinuing. Cool fish, nothing wrong with the line. It's just Danny and I have so many lines of plecos now, we need to concentrate our energy on them. These are a cool little guppy. And down here is another line that we never really got off the ground, and we're still playing with. That's the female there. There's the male. They try every day, and I don't know if they're having babies and they're getting ate or what. Now this is just a bunch of me playing, I guess it would be. Every time I've seen a couple strains that I thought were cooler, I put them in here. So I got some platinums going on, a bunch of different colors of endlers. And this is another tank that will be getting eliminated down the road. When I say eliminated, they'll go to good homes and whatnot. I don't mean eliminated. So now in this one, we've got our little Santa Maria endlers. Gorgeous little guys. See all that green in them. Then we also have very good looking cherry shrimp in here. But the Santa Maria's been doing very well as well. Started, I think, with 4 of them, maybe 5. I can't wait for the next swap because we've got an overgrowth of val again in a lot of tanks. Now, next to them, this is my Japanese blue gold double swords. This line's been okay. I have been having to cull some spine issues, but it's only in the female. Yep, there's a cull again. Look at there. It's only in the females that it's doing it to. I'm not sure why. The males come out beautiful every time. There's that bent spine. I'm going to get her after this is over. Not sure why the females are the only ones affected, but it does affect them. But the little males are gorgeous. That's a young male there. That's what they look like once they get some age to them. See, the also got the red tips at the end there. Super cool fish though. Love them. And then down here, good luck seeing any. Occasionally I get lucky and one will show up on camera, but yeah, there's one right there. These are our green green emeralds. There's some more back there. I'm trying to get them in there for you. Emerald greens. These guys have been producing some babies. They're in the build stage. I don't touch this tank. I don't mess with this tank. There's one close up that I can show you. There he is. Just sitting there chilling. There's another one. They're all coming up close now. Hoping to get some food or attention from me. Then above them is the top row. These are our Dumbo red mosaics. Great color on them. And if anybody sees any guppies that I'm showing or any of these live bears or shrimp or whatever, if you're ever interested in something, just email us at daniken.aquatics@gmail.com and I will discuss it with you. Always works best if you send me a phone number. I don't usually have a lot of time to go back and forth on the texting or internet. I just soon call you and talk my talk, and we talk and take it from there. Then in here is our Blue Dream line, and they're doing very well as well. These are combination of LRB and Aquaria Life, but they are producing some very gorgeous blues. This is another tank. I mean, I have got to thin out this goodness. A little too much there, so I'm looking forward to another swap where I can get some of this val and guppy grass moving on. But there they are, my little Blue Dreams colony. Sorry about the glares, guys. It's a lot of light in here because of all the tanks. There we go. And I am always butchering. This is that strain of Endler Gumba. I forget how to say it. But they are cool little guys. I've already got babies out of these guys too. There's a little baby right now. See him? Then the final one in this tank here is our colony of Bloody Mary shrimp. Now I did have a crash in this tank about 6 months ago. We had to reset it. Did lose probably half the colony, but they're coming back. Danny and I, it's another colony. We're just letting them do its thing. Haven't been taking anything out of it. And slowly but surely they're coming back. Lots of crypts in this one. This is the tank we have to thin out some crypt. As you can see, got beautiful red on them. Then in this tank, it's another 20 gallon. I've got to get them back to being by themselves. As you can see, my old girl's getting big and fat again. But these are my longfin rosy barbs. What a mess they're making in here today. But she needs to have some babies. Then we got a couple of coral red platies in here, and then I think I got one longfin albino bristlenose, and I can't remember what else. There might be a pandagar or two in there too. But we're going to be, it's another tank that's probably going to be no longer. I am going to keep the barbs though, because I want to continue to breed those. All right, in this tank, guys, these are our grade A cherry shrimp. And these have been doing very well, but again, we are building this colony. We probably started with 10 or so, and I think we're up to about 15 to 20, maybe 30 shrimp in here now. Once they start getting up to, I guess maybe a few more than I thought, but Danny and I are hoarders. The beautiful reds on these guys too. Now the inhabitants there just got done growing out. This is a 10 gallon. I had a bunch of golden white clouds in here. And they've since been transferred to my little pond I have in the other room. So then finally, not least, but finally, this is a little project I've been working on now for about 6 months to a year. It is crammed full of blue shrimps. And I don't know how well we're going to see them, guys, but they usually hang on that rock. See them all? They love that rock, and they like hanging on these ledges too, usually. But this is a 100-gallon tote, and I keep about 70 gallons of water in it. But I've been just letting these ones go, and I've been getting lots of babies. The only problem with this setup, especially if you're talking about a dark shrimp, obviously, as you can see, you can't see them very well. But Danny and I have put these white rocks in here, and that's how I'm able to see them a lot of times. I can see them all over that rock. But that's it in a nutshell, guys. So, this is the rack room. Plus a Danny. As always, guys, love your fish. And I'll catch you. We got one more video left. And that would be the newest room to the Daniken house. That will be our soon-to-be studio. Will be the next one up. As always, love your fish. Kenny E. Check it out for now. Peace.